see it. There's a gasket on here already. It's a metal. There's 2 studs this goes on. It's got a spline into the front gear train. Air compressor's not timed. Okay, there's 2 bolts or 2 nuts that hold it to the gear case housing on top bottom. Back behind here there's a stiffener plate, so we'll tighten all that up. And, okay, I want to check my air compressor, make sure I got backlash. Kind of hard to turn. There you can see it moving, or hear it clinking, so we got good backlash there. Okay, now we're going to put our high pressure fuel pump in. There's a keyway right here that has to line up with the gears, and we do get it in. There's an O-ring there that I lubed. Pretty straightforward. There's 4 nuts, 2 here and 2 on the other side. Tighten those down evenly, and that is installed. And then we'll go to the front gear train, check backlash and all that fun stuff. Okay, we installed our fuel pump gear. You see right here and here there's 2 zeros, and there's a keyway that comes down here. Right down inside of that keyway that you're looking at, there's a pin in there that needs to be lined up to time the pump. This is a common rail pump, so it usually wouldn't matter, but they actually do have some runnability issues if you don't have that lined up correctly. I marked the 2 gears so maybe you can see a little better. The nut goes on here. This torques to 132 foot-pounds. Once that's torqued down, the fuel pump is pretty much installed. The other thing that's important for that keyway to be lined up is this is also how we time it. When we go to set our overhead, so I gotta hold this thing a little bit. Okay, now it's torqued. Bring the marks back. But when this mark right here on the front cover, there's an indicator where top dead center number 1 and top dead center number 6 is. So that's how we set our valves. Okay, we're going to go ahead and silicone our front cover here. Install it. On the inside of the holes here, silicone cleans off a little easier than eliminator. This is a funky cover because it's got some divots and things in it. Put a nice bead around it. Silicone's kind of crazy. It sticks to everything, but it sticks to nothing. I said next time I'll see if I can get a gasket for it. Be better. Because of the way this cover is designed, I'm going around both sides of the holes. Just to make sure I got coverage. Okay, I'm going to put a cover on. See, this has a weird kind of concave to it, so that's why I say it'd be better to use the actual gasket for it, but I don't have one today, so this is the way we're going. There was a gasket on the back side there for the intermediate, or the rear front cover, I guess I'm trying to say. A bunch of shorter bolts that go in here. Most of these are all long. They go through both, and then the rest of these are all going to be short. Won't tighten it up because we'll put the front seal on in a minute. So we make sure that's centered, and then we'll finish torquing the cover. Okay, here's our front seal housing. We've got to take this seal out. Somebody actually put that in backwards. See this lip? That needs to go back like that, so it's all deformed and broken. So the last guys that did this wrong. This ring sets right here to hold it up, so I can come up here. I can use this. Knock the seal out. are stuck on there now. Let's get that off. You could just use a punch or chisel or something too to do the same thing if you don't have that special tool. Okay, here's another part. Basically, this has got this holds the seal so we can get it over the crankshaft, because that lip has to be pushed on. So this will fit down inside here, which will set our housing here. You can also do this on the engine. This one's just about as easy just to take it off though. Then we take this piece. And that puts it at the correct depth. Now we're ready to put it on. Okay, put a bead of silicone on my front seal housing cover. This lip is going to fit over the crankshaft so that it doesn't bend the seal back. Push that on evenly, and there's my installation sleeve. See, that kept that. There's a lip on the other side. If that wouldn't have been there, it would have pulled it this way. Put our nuts on. We torque this down to 88 inch-pounds, and the front seal is installed. I'm not going to do, I'll do these after I get this torqued, and I've got a busted stud here, so next time I do this I'll have to fix that. 88 inch-pounds, they don't torque too much. Get them too tight, which is what somebody did down there, I'm sure. That cover is going to have to come off and get a new stud welded onto it in order for that to work. So we're just going to leave it this time. If it was customers, I definitely wouldn't do that. Okay, we're going to go through and torque all our bolts here. 18 foot-pounds. I'll go around and check them one more time, but that's done. Notice there's a mark here, and a mark here for top dead center, so that's how we set our valves. So this engine needs turned a little bit because when I torqued that I moved it. Basically we're going to set one set of valves here, we're going to turn this to here and set the other set of valves. And we're going to set the engine mount here. Put this on before we put the dampener on. It's a little easier. Okay, these torque 83. Okay, we're going to install our vibration dampener. This pulley goes on first. If this were bigger, I'd have a crane doing this. Get a bolt in it. Guide studs help. I come over here. Okay, these torque to 148. We'll get them started here. And torque them down. We'll have to figure out a way to hold the engine. So I'll have to put bolts in the flywheel in the back to hold it. Okay, I put something in the back to hold it from turning. When you're by yourself, you got to get a little creative sometimes. I would definitely torque this though. That would scare me if that came flying off. Okay, these four will be installed.